So, you've decided to make the journey to Guatemala. Maybe you want to hike through Tikal or explore Lake Atitlan. In this video, I'm going to share my full itinerary, recommended transport options and accommodation. I will also be sharing tips to help you make the most out of your trip. Okay, so when is the best time to travel to Guatemala? While the country is known as the land of the eternal spring, due to warm days and mild nights in most places, it does have two distinct seasons. The dry season ranges from November to April, and the wet season from May to October. The cool, dry season months between December and February are the best times to visit Guatemala, with pleasant weather, bright blue skies, and lush green landscapes. Bear in mind that this time also sees the most crowds flocking to the country. I visited at the end of November. For transportation, I mostly relied on the online platform Guatgo, Uber, and Tuk-tuks, and I highly recommend those options. I used Guatgo for my ride from La Aurora International Airport in Guatemala City to Antigua, from Antigua to Panajachel in Lake Atitlan, and also from Panajachel back to Guatemala City. The shuttle was always on time, and the booking process online was seamless. Please note that if you are visiting Tikal, you would most likely pass through Flores, and Uber is unavailable in that town. Lastly, if you are feeling a bit adventurous, you can take the public chicken buses, or charter a taxi, which is considerably more expensive. After landing in Guatemala City, I convert some cash at the currency exchange and make my way to meet the shuttle. The drive to Antigua takes about 2 hours with heavy traffic along the way. The driver drops me in front of my accommodation, Baraka, Antigua. I'll be staying here for the next 2 nights. Okay guys, check out my spot in Antigua for the next couple nights. It's a cute spot. I have to stoop to take a shower. Yeah, well, we'll make it work. Antigua is a popular tourist destination, attracting visitors with its charming cobblestone streets, lively markets, and backdrop of volcanoes. The city offers a mix of history, culture, and natural beauty. Here are some things to do in Antigua. I start my day early with a hike to the Hill of the Cross. It offers the best views of Antigua, including an unobstructed view of Volcan Agua. After the hike, I make my way down to explore within the city. There are several sites worth exploring, including the Santa Catalina Arch, Central Park, and Convento Santa Clara. The city is just as vibrant during the night, with bars and clubs open. The next morning, I prepare to leave Antigua. I await a shuttle from Guatgo, which takes me to another bus. After the driver loads everyone's luggage, we are on the way to Lake Atitlan. The bus is admittedly cramped, but not unbearable. It takes 2.5 hours as we drive through the Guatemalan highlands. The bus drops me in front of the Regis Hotel and Spa, located in Panajachel. I'll be staying here for the next 3 nights. If you're visiting Lake Atitlan for a few days, I recommend staying in Panajachel, which serves as a gateway to other towns and villages around the lake. It's a convenient starting point for exploring the region. Here are some things to do in Panajachel. One of the iconic experiences in Panajachel is watching the sunset from the town's dock, Playa Publica. If you want to observe some wildlife, hike to a waterfall, or zipline, you can visit the Atitlán Natural Reserve. While Lake Atitlan is one single destination, there are 11 different towns and villages dotted around the shores. The main mode of transportation on the lake is via boat. Due to the lack of roads along the north of the lake, nearly all towns are connected by boat. The boats run constantly all day and into the early evening. There are public and private boats, and each town has a dock where local drivers will direct you to the right boat. Tourists are charged more than locals. These are the prices to get from town to town. During my 3-day stay in Lake Atitlan, I also visited San Juan and San Pedro Laguna. San Juan is adorned with colorful murals and street art, depicting aspects of a local culture, history, and nature. These vibrant artworks contribute to a unique atmosphere. After exploring San Juan, I take a 10-minute tuk-tuk ride to San Pedro. I decided to spend one night in San Pedro at the Hotel Villa del Lago. I book a guided sunrise tour with Benji Tours to the Mayan Face Mirador Indian Nose, which costs about $14 US. Pickup time is 4 AM. The temperature is freezing as we follow the faint light of the tour guide. After 45 minutes of hiking up the mountain, we make it to the lookout to witness the sunrise. After the hike, I check out from the hotel and make my way back to Panajachel. I spent the last night in Panajachel relaxing. The next morning, the Guatco shuttle arrives to take me to Guatemala City. From there, I take a 1-hour flight to Flores. When I booked my hotel in Tikal, I requested shuttle service from the Mundo Maya airport in Flores to the Hotel Tikal Inn. I arrive in Flores and the drivers are waiting for me outside. There are also private taxis outside willing to take you to Tikal, but they are considerably more expensive. If you're visiting Tikal National Park, I highly recommend staying at one of the hotels just outside the park. They are a 5 to 10 minute walking distance from the park's entrance. You also have an option to stay in Flores and do a day trip to Tikal with a guide. The electricity in your room is turned on at scheduled times throughout the day at Hotel Tikal Inn. The hotels in Tikal are in the middle of the jungle, so they do this to preserve energy. The reception area will always have electricity if you need to charge devices, connect to Wi-Fi, etc. The limited electricity throughout the day wasn't a problem for me. The food was good and the staff very helpful. The easiest way to buy tickets to Tikal National Park is online. From here, you select the date and time to visit. Note that if you're doing the sunrise or sunset entrance, you will need a tour guide. The hotel provides these tour guides, and there are also guides right outside of the entrance. Regular park hours are from 6 AM to 6 PM. I opted to explore the park alone without a guide. I spent roughly 6 hours exploring, and there were still a few areas I didn't get to see. I think 2 full days will be enough to traverse the majority of the park without feeling rushed. Okay guys, so if you come into Tikal, come into the park, don't forget your bug spray, your cream, your repellent. I'm getting eaten alive. I had to stop somebody and ask them to borrow some of their spray. The park boasts impressive archaeological ruins, including towering pyramids and temples from the classic period of the Maya civilization. Visitors can experience the rich biodiversity of the surrounding jungle and gain insights into the cultural and historical significance of this remarkable site. I wrap up the evening relaxing by the pool. The next morning I take the shuttle, organized by the hotel, to Flores. Flores is a town situated on an island in the Petén region. Flores serves as a popular hub for tourists. The town provides a picturesque setting with views of the lake. The following morning, I leave Flores and fly back to Guatemala City. From La Aurora, I fly back home to Fort Lauderdale. I hope my guide was able to provide some value, and thanks for watching.